Now, new research suggests that Britain has become the fraud capital of the world, with losses through scams rocketing to almost £3 billion a year. Staggering stuff, isn't it? The figures released by the Daily Mail suggest that fraudsters stole £700 million in April, up from around £200 million back in 2021. There's also calls for a crackdown on the crime, with Office for National Statistics figures showing just 1 in 7 frauds are actually even reported to the police or action fraud. Well, specialist fraud lawyer Arun Chauhan joins me now. Arun, thank you so much. So,
Thanks,
what are my rights if I get defrauded? Can I just definitely get justice? How does it work?
It's pretty difficult. If you're a victim of fraud, the system is not yet set up to help every victim of fraud get their money back. If you suffer fraud through a bank transaction, it depends if your bank signed up to a certain voluntary code to repay. If you get caught out by a fraud through an online platform, again, it's quite difficult to see how that online platform currently are going to try and compensate you. If you're caught directly by a fraudster, often now these fraudsters are not based in the UK, so you're not going to get to find out who did this to you. It's a pretty difficult place where we're at, and now there's a lot more focus now on education, which sounds difficult because it's almost putting the onus back on us as consumers, as individuals, to look out for ourselves because the system isn't keeping pace with the fraudsters.
No, exactly. And it's staggering stuff, the amount of people who are getting defrauded. What kind of cases do you normally deal with then? Are we talking low-level fraud, someone just sees their bank account is 20 quid lighter, or is it right the way up to basically, you get your house repossessed?
Yeah, I mean, the cases we typically deal with, or I've dealt with, there can be £1 million cases. They can often be for businesses where employees have stolen money, or cyber criminals attacked and diverted payment. But we also see it from the consumer side. A lot of bank fraud transactions. An individual who lost over £400,000 purchasing a property where the money was diverted to an account in Asia. We've seen individuals lose money directly out of their bank account for a lot less. The thing about fraud is it's indiscriminate. It's affecting everybody in different amounts, but every part hurts because nobody thinks they're going to be a victim of fraud. They think it's something that you see on the news. It's now a very real risk. Like, we cross the road, we've got to look both ways before we cross. With fraud, before we make a payment, before we deal with someone, we need to be a bit more careful.
Yeah, it's a real shame. Can I ask quickly, I hope you don't mind if it's a too personal question or anything, have you ever been defrauded?
I haven't. I've had lots of attempts so far, and I'm probably tempting fate now. I'm tempting fate, aren't I? I'm waiting for it.
Oh, no, sorry, I've just jinxed you. I'm going to talk to you next time. You'll be dressed in like a filthy dressing gown out on the street. You've just lost everything, But,
I'll have a story to tell, though.
Thank you, sir. I'll stop at you. Right, thank you very much. Great to chat to you. We'll chat again soon. And keep up the good work as well, helping people out wherever you can who have just been scammed. That was, of course, Arun Chauhan, the specialist fraud lawyer.